Hey everyone, it's Elliott, and welcome back to the channel. So I was going over inversions with a student of mine the other day, and I got to see them in real time play the first inversion of a major 7, and go, why is this? What is this? Who is this? What is going on? Why would anyone play this chord? And I remember feeling that same way. It's kind of an infamous chord, honestly. And I had to admit to this student, like, you know, there are some chords, there are some inversions, there are some voicings, whatever, that you should know, just to know like where they are, to, you know the fretboard better. But there are some voicings that are complete trash. And today I wanted to go over some of them. Some voicings that might sound good on some guitars, like a single coil guitar versus a humbucker, because it might be too muddy on a humbucker, and some that are just gross. Will you ever use them? Probably not. Is it useful to still know them? Somehow the answer is yes. So let's go over some garbage chords, and let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong and it's actually a really pretty chord, or whatever the opposite of garbage is. Or if you're like, you missed one, here's another garbage chord. Also, if you like what you see here today, please consider joining the Patreon to support the channel, or liking, commenting, subscribing, you know, all that stuff. I'd really appreciate it. So garbage chord number 1, C over E, which is not to mean this. That's very nice. This. That is garbage. That can come up sometimes if you're, looking up the chords to a song and it's like, Ultimate Guitar says to do. Right, for that whole progression. Which generally would sound better like. Right, versus. This one can be tricky. Sometimes it's just the approach. If I did like, or, right? I'm playing it more delicately so it's not so disgusting, and I'm not holding the low E and this lower C, and then adding even more to that, just like, building the garbage pile. When it's not approached delicately, a la how I played it initially, it really just sounds like I might even be mistaking the chord for a different chord. I might just be hitting something wrong. It's like if I did, right? There's no way that's what the song needed. That being said, should you know it? Yeah, kinda, because this sounds nice. Right? And you can still get away with using it, and more importantly, if you want to use it as an arpeggio, like in a solo or something, and start really, really low on like a C major arpeggio, it's fine. It's just when you're strumming it, whatever. You might have to sell it with your face. If you're smiling, then maybe everyone will go like, yeah, I guess that's normal. Second garbage chord is actually really close to the first one. It's F major 7 down here. And again, playing through a single coil guitar, so it's about as clear as it's going to get. Maybe I'll play it on the 4th position just as well, just even clearer. Bridge, even clearer. A little better there. Strummed though? No, even lightly. It's just too much, too dissonant and too low of a register. Too much information. If I had my like 594, it would just sound like I dropped mud into my fractal or something. Like if I tried to end a line with it or something, like sounds like I just like leaned on the left side of a piano or something. Might be a little better if I went not the jazziest ending or something like that, but I got a 9 in there and a major 7, so it's kind of jazz. Kind of not, but whatever. I would prefer that versus again, it just sounds conk, like I just went. If I could, palm the guitar, that's what that sounds like to me. And granted, sometimes the major 7 is kind of cool, like distorted maybe. Something like that. Like if there was a song that had a major 7 in it, a nice little E major 7 or something like that, and someone was like, hey, could you comp for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. Oh, would you prefer like a bossa rhythm? You know, obviously they'd be like, what are you doing? Why? Like, unless maybe it was metal, but other than that scenario, obviously they'd be like, could you not? Could you not? Do you need to know this major 7 though? Sure, because as an arpeggio, it could be nice. You know, again, it's just fun, low information to, you know, maybe be played single note wise, but yeah, as a chord, garbage. Number 3 is the major 7 chord in third inversion in the low register, but sometimes just always. So instead of something nice like a major 7 like this, nice and standard, whatever. Third inversion would be, you know, we got our major triad here, and then the major 7 below. And it's like, okay, interesting, I suppose, but if I was gonna, again, just go. And you're like, ah, God. Like, that could also be seen as maybe like an F sharp minor 7 over its 9th. Maybe a full, you know, we can put the root on top. Nah, that's garbage. Should you know it exists though? Yeah, like. I mean, that sounds nice, you know, so again, as arpeggios, as single lines, sure, but maybe not unless you're trying to like make a point or, you know, you develop some sort of concept or something. The specific inversion can be a little debatable up high even. So again, right, A major, and I just take it up here, take the root from the low E to the high E. Some people might find that pretty. It's clearly kind of dissonant, right? Because on the outsides of the chord, you're like, ugh. But when you fill it in, it's not so bad. Some people might never use it. I might use it in this scenario. I think that's like clearly 2 parts. It's not like a chord. It's just you're literally using the shape to make the bass line. But because you're playing it as kind of a bass line, you know, left hand, right hand, it, you know, the ear kind of forgives. If I was just going, you know, I don't know if that would be necessary. Number 4 is the first inversion of a minor major 7 chord. I know minor major 7, like, that might sound confusing, but it's a minor chord with a major 7. It has that creepy sound. The first inversion of this chord though is kind of like our friend from the beginning, but you got to do this to get the minor third. My wrist has felt better. Should you know it exists though? Yeah, I mean, like, that might be odd to me, just with the way I play, but for some people I think that might be pretty useful. The way I play it, I might go, like, for my style of playing. And just play the major 7 right here, as opposed to, you know, a long time ago I was like, I need to not, you know, make a habit of this, because when I'm sitting and I have my guitar up here, yeah, sure, and then when I play and it's just a little bit lower, It's not happening. The fifth and final chord is a first inversion of a minor 7 sharp 5. So there we're taking a minor 7, like C minor 7 right here, and sharping the 5, raising the 5. Really pretty chord, right? Sometimes it could be used as a, major 9 over the 3rd. So like A flat in this scenario. I would just play the 3rd instead of the root. Or I could play all of them like that, I guess. But yeah, it sometimes uses that. Otherwise, it's generally very pretty chord. The first inversion of it, however, really pretty. I can't tell if that's harder or easier than the minor major 7 one. That'd be kind of a funny moment if like I'm making this chord that sounds so pretty, but my face is, clearly communicating that I'm in pain. Yeah, I don't know about this. Like, should you know the arpeggio though? Should you kind of... Sure, it sounds nice to me, right? Like, I don't know, if I wanted to slide. Why not? I think it sounds quite nice. Even over like a flat. Yeah, so while knowing the arpeggio might be useful, like, maybe holding it is not so much, unless you wanted to do it just to like do an isometric exercise and, strengthen your hand that way. I remember Tommy Emmanuel said he would hold weird chords like that, and not to the point where it hurt or anything, but just to hold it there as a way to build strength in his hand and more flexibility in his hand. Be careful if you want to try that though. So there you have it, 5 garbage chords to avoid. Good to know them, yeah. Maybe arpeggiate them, yeah. But to play them in a song, if you made it happen and you really sold it and it was like, really brought the song to another level, please show me. Please show me. Until then though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see y'all next week.